Hey everybody, Jeff Reinhart here with you. LL League Football Talking Points. Regular season over. Wow, where did those 10 weeks go? Seems like yesterday I was standing at Mannheim Central watching Barons Warwick scrimmage, and it was like 100 degrees. And now the regular season is done. 10 LL League teams will go dancing in the postseason. More on that in a couple minutes. Get your 5 talking points here, and I'll keep doing this until everybody's done. I don't know if I can get 5 every week, but I'll certainly try. Okay, here we go. Talking points. Post Week 10, pre-Week 11. Ready? Number 1. Section champs, Lancaster-Lebanon League. Tip of the hat. Tip of the cap. Tip of the hat. Section 1, Wilson. 4 undefeated runs through Section 1 in a row. 29-game winning streak dating back to 2007. 20 LL League Section 1 championships, 21 overall, including a Section 2 title. Bulldogs did it again. Lampeter-Strasburg Section 2, back-to-back outright section titles. Finished the job this year, beat CV in Week 10. They go 7-0, 6-1 last year, 13-1. First 2 seasons up in Section 2. How do you do, LS? Section 3, Lancaster Catholic, 7 in a row. There was a tie, co-shared title a couple years back. But Crusaders win the last 7 here on the way out the door to Section 1. And they'll take a 26-game league winning streak with them. Wilson, LS, Catholic, all undefeated in section play. All win outright section crowns back-to-back. Okay, number 2. Some fun stats. I'll be posting full stats here shortly. But from what I've gathered here so far, here's what I have. Your LL League rushing champ will be Joey Gamble from Hempfield by this much. 1,446 yards. Anthony Brown from Conestoga Valley, 1,444 yards. So Gamble over Brown by 2 yards. And these are all regular season here. Some of these kids are going to play in districts, but these are your final regular season 10-week leaders. Gamble over Brown for the rushing crown by 2 yards. Wow. Your passing efficiency leader is Andrew Zurich from Lancaster Catholic. What a season he had coming over from Hempfield. Completed 60 of 93 for over 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's pretty impressive. QB efficiency rating of 207. Anything over 200 range is great, and he's at 207. So passing efficiency goes to Zurich at Lancaster Catholic. Leading receiver this season, Deontay Cherry from McCaskey. He led in receptions with 65 and yards, 1,003. So did get a 1,000-yard receiver here in the regular season in the LL. Mike Burke from Columbia, who missed the last 2 weeks, by the way, came back in the Donegal game in Week 10 and had 15 catches. Wow. So he ended up second in the league with 61 catches, but Cherry wins the receiving crown, 65 for 1,003, and he'll be back next year. Okay, total offense goes to Lancaster Catholic. Crusaders averaged 449 yards per game heading into the postseason. Total defense, Wilson, Bulldogs stingy. Gave up just 170 yards a game during the regular season. Gamble, Zurich, Cherry, Lancaster Catholic, and Wilson. Some departmental leaders for you. Keep an eye for stats. I have most of them. Give me another day or so. Everything will be up. Okay, talking point number 3, a milestone. Lancaster Catholic Friday night plays Boiling Springs, first round of districts. Coach Bruce Harbach for Lancaster Catholic has 99 career wins. So if Lancaster Catholic can win that game in advance, that would be 100. He'd be the second LL coach to hit that mark this season. John Mannion at LS hit it earlier. I want to say in the Lebanon game in the section opener was his 100th win. So 2 coaches, knock on wood, trying to hit that milestone this season. Number 4, we'll stick with Lancaster Catholic. They did it. Roman Clay and Brandon Hollister each hit 1,000 yards during the regular season. And both of those guys now have rushed for 1,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. And that's never happened in the LL League. So first duo there, Clay and Hollister. Those guys are monsters, and Clay has another season. He's up to 24 touchdown runs, leads the league. Hollister has 20, so he's right on his tail for that. So Clay and Hollister, 1,000 yards each, back-to-back seasons, first time in LL League history. That is pretty cool. Okay, number 5. I'll get into these games, obviously, with a little more detail, but If you haven't heard, here are the matchups with a couple quick hitters for districts. Here's who's in. Columbia's in single A. 3 losses in a row down the stretch for Columbia. Cost them the 1 seed. They're the 2 seed. They get Millersburg at home after a bye. There's only 4 teams in single A, so to keep everybody jiving here with the dates, they have a bye week. So Millersburg will be at Columbia in 2 weeks on the 18th. Tied number 2, still a home game. Burke is back, and I know they had some other kids out for various reasons, injuries and whatnot, so hopefully those guys are back in a couple of weeks. Columbia gets a week off to rest up. Double A, Lancaster Catholic did get the 1 seed at 10-0. They get a couple of home games. If they can keep winning and advancing, they get Boiling Springs, the Bubblers. Actually, I saw them this season. They played Columbia on a Monday night. They're 5-5. They'll come to Lancaster as the 8 seed. Catholic wants its title back. It all starts now for the Crusaders. These guys have been yapping about this for a year. It's go time. Triple A, 4 LL teams in. Donegal's got the tough one. Congrats to Donegal for getting in. First time the Indians have been a district since 2006. They snare the 16 seed, and their reward is number 1 Bishop McDevitt. That game will be in Mechanicsburg, actually, on Friday night. Really cool atmosphere stadium over there in Mechanicsburg. Enjoy that. Garden Spot at Conrad Weiser. I've seen Weiser. They're tough. They kind of hit a wall here. I know they were undefeated, 6-0, 7-0. They've lost a couple here down the stretch. Garden Spot, that loss at Mannheim Central cost them a home game. They slipped to 8. So they got to go. They slipped to 9, so they got to go on the road and play Weiser over there in Berks County. And the winner of this game gets the 1-16 winner, which could be McDevitt. So that loss for Garden Spot really cost them there against Mannheim on Friday. Speaking of Mannheim, the Barons, they beat Garden Spot. They get a home game. They get the 4 seed, so they could get a couple of home games if they keep winning. And they'll play Palmyra. Same thing with Palmyra. They were cruising there for a while. They were undefeated, 6-7. Got tripped up here a couple of times late. They'll bring Preston Bear to town. He's a really good running back. 21 years in a row, Mannheim Central in district playoffs. Here's a fun stat. LS gets the number 2 seed again. They're at home against Northern York. Polar Bears. Lampeter Strasburg going back to districts again as the Section 2 champ. Quad A's will get a rematch. Penn Manor plays at Wilson. Actually, I'm going to blog that game. Couple LLs I can't resist, so I'm going to make the trip to West Lawn on Friday and see Penn Manor at Wilson. Wilson just beat Penn Manor 29-6 in Week 9 at Wilson. Mannheim Township in safely. They get a home game. They're in that 8-9 game. They get Southwestern from over in York. Winner could get Cumberland Valley in round 2. Keep an eye on that. And Hempfield gets in at 4-6. A couple of 4-6 teams got in Quad A. Black Knights go on the road over to Shillington and they get Governor Mifflin, which is pretty gnarly. They're 9-1 and they've won like 8 in a row and playing really well. So, okay, I'll break all those games down later in videos and capsule previews and all that good stuff. Don't forget, live blog, Penn Manor at Wilson on Friday night. Can't resist a couple of LL teams there in the first round. Okay, those are your talking points. And I will keep doing this until everybody is done, win, lose, or draw. Thanks for checking in. Stay tuned for tons of stuff this week. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.